What's going on, guys? JSGC Football here, back with our first episode, our pilot episode, isn't it, Aaron? It's a pilot episode.
It is our pilot episode, our very first one for the series.
It is, yeah. And it's kind of like a podcast. We're just going to sit here and talk about football. I think it's going to be predominantly dominated by speaking about the championship and obviously speaking about all the talking points that have come about from the week. So we've decided, what did we decide to call it, Aaron?
Well, the name we have for it is Chat Shit Get Paid.
And why is it called that?
Because basically it's just two guys waffling on talking about football in the championship.
Yeah, we're going to chat shit and get paid. Yeah. Simple as that.
Well, if you don't get it, it's a reference to a very specific player.
Yeah, Jamie Vardy, isn't it?
Yep.
Back in the day. Back in the day. Of course it is. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to be doing here. So I think we'll just roll straight into it, and we'll speak about the championship. And obviously the season has just started. Firstly, we'll speak about your team, Preston North End, his shirt that he's wearing there. You played against Queen's Park Rangers away from home at Loftus Road on Saturday. Happy with the point? Happy with the 1-1 draw?
Away from home, Jay, I'll always take points because I absolutely love a point on the road. It's absolutely fantastic. I think we played much better in the second half, as QPR were the better team in the first half. So it took us a little bit of a while to get going. But it's really disappointing how QPR got the goal, especially down the right wing. So just ran out of players. I felt they should have, sometimes you just got to take the fouls, stop them getting into dangerous areas. There's North End, we do not like being run at. As you can see the stats.
Yeah, I'm finding it quite interesting about.
It's very even, isn't it? As QPR's had more possession, but we managed to hit him on the counter, especially with the assist from Ibiza to set up Osmajic, and what a chip from him. As that's more like it. Just go a bit more direct and a bit more attacking.
It was a good assist.
It was a brilliant assist.
Yeah, real good assist. I think it's a pretty good point on the
road, yeah, especially after last season, Jay, if you recall, the beat us home and away in injury time, so it's nice to actually go to Loftus Road and get a point.
And that could be the point that makes the difference between success and obviously no success from the end of the season. I always think of, like, you want to have a really good home form. You just want to keep things ticking along when it comes to your away form. So obviously you went behind, showed spirit to come back. A good assist for Daniel Everson, real good finish from Osmajic. A point is a point. So I remember when we were filming our non-league series video on Saturday, that's why we weren't at Loftus Road, we were speaking about the Preston game, weren't we? Right. And you were concerned about your first 5 fixtures. Are you thinking that you might not pick up any points? So to go on the road and get a point, I assume you're happy with that?
I am. So he gets the ball wrong, we've got a point on the board. It's always better to have points on the board and then to have games in hand.
Of course,
It's hard fixtures, so we've got QPR, we've got a point, so we've got 2 home fixtures coming up, Leicester and Ipswich, tough games. And then we've got Pompey away. Again, they're a very good home team, that'll be tough. And then after the international break, it's Middlesbrough at home, so that'll be another tough one, but hopefully we can then get 3 points against them.
Yeah, I think you've got a game coming up against Derby as well. I think.
Yes, I think it's September 20th, that one.
Yeah, it's in their first few games of the season. Just having a look at the other games. Obviously, first game of the season on Friday night. Birmingham City took on Ipswich Town. Ipswich Town picked up a late equaliser through this Hurst penalty in the 95th minute, but there was a big talking point from this game, and I'd like to know your opinion of this, of the Ipswich Town players celebrating and that Birmingham City fan deciding it was a good idea, first game of the season, that he's riled up by them scoring a penalty, that he went and attempted to assault one of the players. What's your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are this: he needs to get a life.
Yeah.
He needs to get a life. If you get that upset over a football match, you get on the pitch trying to assault an Ipswich player just because they equalise. It's like, come on, lad, grow up.
Yeah, 95th minute equaliser conceding hurts, but it doesn't warrant a response of getting out of your seat, climbing down, going to the pitch, and then attempting to hit one of the players. I did make a little note when I was having a look at what happened in the Championship this week, that trying to assault a player after scoring a penalty, I very much felt that football was back. It was a good summary to start the season, but a bizarre situation. If I'm being honest, a bizarre situation. Just having a look at the other teams' results. There's been some cracking results. Charlton picking up a win at home against Watford. Good way to start their campaign.
Brilliant start to their Championship campaign after being promoted.
Yeah, Coventry 0-0 draw against Hull City.
What are your thoughts on that, on Coventry? They absolutely battered Hull and they've come away with a point.
Let's have a look at the statistics.
Look at statistics.
Expected goal rate though, less than 1. Yeah. So having shots, but you're not going to test the keeper. 18 shots, 3 on target. It's not a good ratio, and you're using your possession, you're getting into good positions, and then not testing the keeper and not doing anything with it. And I think Coventry are probably going to be pretty disappointed to start the season, because they're obviously one of the favourites to be promoted, and they're one of my favourites, having a fantastic season last season under Frank Lampard. One of my teams that I expect to be right up there, challenging for potential automatic promotion. I expect them to certainly be a playoff team. So a real good point that on the road though for Hull, really good point. And again, as we're speaking about with Preston, it's important that you're scrapping and scraping for every point. So a good start to the season for them.
It is after just a disappointing campaign from last season, same with North End, so Hull will be delighted with that point. Yeah, that moves us on to the next one now, Joe. So Southampton versus Wrexham. So that is an absolutely gutting moment for Wrexham, with 2 stoppage time goals for them. So from 1-0, and then Southampton get 2 goals to win it in the 96th minute, after equalising in the 90th minute with that free kick. And what a free kick it was from Ryan Manning.
I'm expecting Southampton to be right up there.
They should be challenging. It should be top 2 easy.
Wrexham, I don't know. I can't put my finger on Wrexham.
It should be comfortable. It's the same before, with you in the predictions. I think they've got a good team. I think they've recruited well. But I think their manager will be Phil Parkinson. He's never really done it in the Championship. So I think that will be the telling tale. I think they've got enough to stay up, even with Phil Parkinson in charge. But it's how ambitious Wrexham are.
Yeah, you feel like he's potentially the weak point there for them.
Yeah.
Good win for Middlesbrough, that, at home. I like a good 1-0, me. 1-0's very telling.
What's your thoughts, Jay? I just want to hear your thoughts on Michael Carrick, when they sacked him.
Well, I speak to a couple of people from Middlesbrough, and both of them were pretty happy with Michael Carrick being sacked. I know one of them,
because I was speaking to a couple of senders delighted to get rid of him, but I felt he's done an alright job. But whether Middlesbrough fans expect constant playoffs, top 6 every year.
Well,
so they're a team. Done an awful job there.
They've regressed. Is the problem. They've gone from previous season being a playoff team to not being in the playoffs the season after. That shows signs of regression rather than progression. So they've decided that they want to part ways and go with somebody else, which I think fair enough. Good luck to them. As I said, I like 1-0s. 1-0s are good because I'm not expecting teams to be fluent scoring loads of goals at the start of the season. So I think it's important that you're nice and tight at the back, that you're not conceding goals, and picking up a solid 1-0 win is a good result as far as I'm concerned. Moving on to this next one, that's a cracking result for Millwall.
That's a brilliant one.
Cracking
Carrow Road. Yeah, it's not an easy place to get 3 points from Carrow Road.
Am I right in thinking when I saw the highlights for this game that the keeper went to clear the ball and a block came in and it went into the back of the
It was very unlucky, but yeah. But for me, I think Millwall deserved the 3 points. They played very well, they pressed well, and for me, they're very much a dark horse.
Yeah, possession-wise, but look at the expected goal rate.
They played really, really well. Less possession, but they pressed well, and they countered well.
Well, it's possession.
A typical Alex Neil team like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I don't think I have any other summary other than that. Good result that for Portsmouth as well against Oxford away.
Bad result for them.
They're not been clinical. Unfortunately.
18 shots, only 4 shots on target. They'd be disappointed they're not come with a point.
Good win that for Stoke as well against Derby.
Yeah, I've seen some. What do you think about Derby? I know they're being criticised in our predictions and know they expect better. Are you convinced Derby are like a top half team?
They're a team that shouldn't be realistically looking at the stature of the club and what they've got available to them. Shouldn't really be a team that's down towards the bottom of the Championship. The Championship's all about consistency. You've got to be consistently picking up results, wins, picking up draws, turning them losses into draws, the draws into wins. That's for me is the nitty gritty of the Championship. And the Championship's one of the most exciting leagues for just that reason, that I just feel like every team is capable of beating each other. Whether it's a former Premier League team, you do. Whether that be a team that has just been relegated from the Premier League. I mean, just look at Southampton against Wrexham and how close Wrexham were to springing off a brilliant result. Southampton are in the Premier League. They've got, £90+ million available in parachute payments. Obviously, Wrexham's got the backing of Hollywood behind them, but they're a team, factually, when we're looking at it, who just 3 months ago were playing in League One compared with a team that was playing in the Premier League. And there's a whole world of difference between the opposition that you're taking on, and then you just throw them onto the same pitch, and all of a sudden your peers, you're playing against each other, and they very nearly pulled off a really good result against Southampton. I think there's a big learning lesson there for Wrexham, but I thought that for me is the Championship, and there's a big learning curve there for the newly promoted and the recently relegated teams. You've got to adjust and adapt and realise what you're dealing with, and you've got to deal with it very quickly, because if you don't, Luton Town, they got relegated, back-to-back relegations. That shouldn't be happening. Should not be happening. Yet Ipswich Town, promoted from League One, back-to-back promotions to the Premier League. They get relegated, so how are they going to cope with that? It's all topsy-turvy. It's all about adaptability, and that's what Derby County have, for me, got to showcase more in the Championship. They've got to adapt more. They've got to improve on their quality, and they need the consistency. Once you get them right, you will climb up that league and you'll solidify yourself as a really good Championship team, because the difference between a team flirting with the playoffs and a team flirting with the relegation, it literally is just consistency. That's the only thing that's different between them teams, and anyone can beat anyone, which I think makes the league really exciting. West Brom, I love a 1-0. I do. Another 1-0 against Blackburn Rovers.
You love your 1-0s, Jay, don't you?
I do love a 1-0. I do like a good solid 1-0.
I always say, here, aren't you, Jay?
Go on.
You've been looking at these matches, and you look at teams that are losing or not doing well, and they have more possession, but they're not getting the XG.
They're not doing much with their possession.
Yeah. Although the possession, but doing nothing with it.
It's about what you do with it. And for me, final game, this is the result of the weekend.
Yeah. Bristol City were absolutely fantastic.
Playoff revenge is what they've been calling it, and I kind of get the Sheffield United approach of saying, don't really get why you're calling it revenge, because revenge is doing it when it matters, and opening game of the season matters, but it doesn't matter anywhere near as much as a playoff game where it really matters, when everything's down, everything's been laid out on the pitch, and you've got to turn up, because if you don't, you get turned over, and your hard work for 46 games gets undone in the space of 15-20 minutes. But that is an excellent response from Bristol City. That is exactly, if I were a Bristol City fan, that is exactly what I'd be wanting my team to do. And Sheffield United now, tail between the legs time. They've got to really dig deep now to respond from that, and that'll be a real big challenge for them. That's result of the weekend for me.
Yeah, it's more the scoreline here that sent the shockwaves. Bristol City winning 2-1. It's 4-1, and
it's a team.
They played really well.
I agree, 100% agree. It's a team that very much in the back of their mind know exactly what happened to them back in May in the playoffs, and they've got a point to prove, and they've proved that point. So kudos to them.
As well, Joe.
Very true. Yeah, very true. Final game. Leicester City beat Sheffield Wednesday, eventually. Maybe made hard. I mean, imagine Sheffield Wednesday managed to pull off a result, and kudos to the massive turning up in the strong numbers at Leicester City. I mean, this is a team that, when was the last time they got paid? Have they been paid all through the summer? They're a mess.
Yeah, definitely.
They're an absolute mess, and kudos to all the players turning up and playing for the badge, playing for the fans, when putting up a good performance against Leicester. Unlucky not to come away with at least a point. Leicester left it late, 87th minute there, before Face managed to pick up the winning goal there. Whopping amount of possession, and eventually Leicester's made the pressure count, and they've picked up the 3 points. So, yeah. They're again a team I'd expect to be up there, of course, points deduction pending. So I think we'll just quickly have a look at the league table, because Bristol City makes very happy reading for them, sitting in first place. I mean, looking at some of these teams in there, I mean, I'd expect maybe Bristol City to be challenging for the playoffs again, but it wouldn't surprise me to see Leicester and Southampton, Millwall all up there come the end of the season. Charlton's picked up a win. I'd expect Borough and West Brom to be around there as well. So already, just after one game, we're starting to see a bit of consistency shown by the teams. I mean, you're in your favourite position.
Yeah, 11th. You're back to 11th. I miss you.
And bottom three. I mean, that'd be a big shock, that wouldn't it? Sheffield United, Derby County, and Watford, the three teams relegated. So we will see what happens in the next round of fixtures. Which, looking ahead, what are you making of these fixtures then, Aaron? What do you reckon? Trying to have a think here about what looks like the tastiest game there. Game on Sunday. Oh, look at that.
Let's have a look at Sunday. Oh, Ipswich Southampton this early. That's a tasty one.
It's a big game, that.
That's very
This
tasty.
Millwall-Middlesbrough game should be a good one, and I think this Bristol City-Charlton game could be quite an interesting one.
It'd be interesting with Wrexham to see how they do against West Brom. That'd be a test for West Brom.
I think this Derby-Coventry game could be a good game as well. There's some real interesting games there. This is an interesting one. How are Sheffield United going to respond? Away match against Swansea City. That's an interesting game.
So I'm interested from all to see how we handle Leicester at Deepdale.
What do you reckon? Early prediction?
We'll go for another point. 1-1. I think we can turn up and do something. Yeah, I think we can get something off them. I'd rather face these teams now, early on the season, before they get going.
Fair enough. Yeah,
so with Ipswich, we're massive bogey at Deepdale, so hopefully we can get our 3 points against Ipswich the week after. Yeah,
okay, fair enough. We'll see. I'd realistically, I've been looking at their Leicester and Ipswich games and thinking, you want to win at least one of them?
Yes.
3 points from one of them 2 games. That takes you to 4 points from 3 games. It's not too bad.
Or if we get 4 points from 4, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. So it's an interesting game. You vlogging for that game? The match against Leicester City?
Yes, the vlogs will be back this weekend. So I'll be doing Leicester and the Ipswich game.
Good stuff. Vlogs will be back. You was at the Barrow game in the League Cup game. What happened?
Been having a bit of technical issues. So who thought it'd be that hard to find SD cards at very short notice? But here we are.
Well, to put a bit of context onto this, Aaron was heading down to Barrow, and there was going to be a match vlog.
Yes.
Unfortunately, on Saturday when we did our video, I needed to piece together the video, needed the drone shot, so it uses a very small SD card. And here is Aaron's SD card. Hi, Aaron. Nice to see you again. Unfortunately, Aaron has a backup, and I didn't realise that the said backup from the end of last season, when you took on Bristol City, also have said SD card. So I have not one, but 2 SD cards that are not mine, that both belong to Aaron, and he needs these SD cards to be able to do his vlogs. And unfortunately, I've not seen Aaron since Saturday, that I wasn't able to give him the SD cards for the Barrow vlog. So Aaron's had a look yesterday and struggled to get hold of the SD cards, and unfortunately, on the short notice, I mean, the earlier kickoff at 7:30 didn't help in scrambling things together. Obviously, we're working full time. Through the rest of the week, so it's not easy to piece everything together. So unfortunately, there was no match vlog. I can talk you through it. Know what you talked me through it. What was Barrow like? It looked quite cramped from the pictures that I'd seen there.
So when we went in, we actually went in the wrong end.
Oh, did you go in the home end?
No, went in the away end. Was in the away end, but was in the other bit of it.
All right.
Because it wasn't obvious when you're looking at it, it's because not a lot of information to go off. So luckily our mate was there, Paul, as he pointed us in the right direction. He said, it should be in that stand.
Shout out, Paul.
Yeah, shout out to you, mate. I was just confused. This isn't right. This just isn't right. We're in the wrong seats. So but he pointed in the right direction. I still don't think we got the right seats, even when we did go in the right ends. But we managed to find 2 seats and just stood up for the game. So we're right at the back with my sunglasses on.
Winner.
But to be fair, Barrow, I felt they were really unlucky to get a loss, because they've been one of the luckiest own goals they've ever done. That is one of the greatest ones in my opinion. But for them, it's really unlucky. It's where he just caught it on his head and it went over the keeper and into net.
Yeah, there's a couple of good talking points that I saw from this game. Actually, the first of the talking points, as you said, Barrow played really well.
Yes,
and I thought they deserved to not lose that game. Quite an even contest, and that game deserved a penalty shootout. It wouldn't have gone to extra time. There's no extra time in the League Cup first round. So it would have gone, if they'd found an equaliser from Barkhuizen in that last minute that hit the post, would have sent it to a penalty shootout, and that would have been a fair result, I think, to have decided who went through to the second round.
Yeah,
the other talking point is, I don't know if you've seen it, the goalkeeper for Barrow is the brother of a Preston North End supporter. So the goalkeeper is a Preston North End fan. That played yesterday. So unlucky with the goal that he conceded there. So, but yeah, I thought he had a very good game.
Then. We've got the conspiracies out.
Yeah, well, I thought the keeper had a real good, solid game, good positioning, made some good saves, and he can take tremendous confidence from his performance yesterday going forward as well. So,
I think all the Barrow players could take something away from it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's Barkhuizen, and he got an excellent reception from the North End faithful.
Good. He always put a shift in, didn't he?
He did. Yeah, he never did his wrong. He's a good lad.
Just having a look at the other games in the League Cup from yesterday. Swansea have knocked Crawley out. That's a cracking result, that, for Doncaster, isn't it?
4-0 Donny.
Wow. Millwall go through. Stockport go through. As I go through these results, to shout up if there's any matches that take your fancy.
Yeah, take your fancy. Let's go through them. Okay, let's go through them.
Aki would be an interesting one.
I'd definitely do that. I'd definitely do that way. I've not done that.
Bradford have knocked Blackburn out. Funny. Blackpool have gone out to Port Vale.
Oh, yes.
Bristol City
that's not a bad one. Bristol City, that's a no.
Cambridge have gone through. Good win for them.
I'm not interested.
Cardiff are through. Charlton as well. Mansfield Town. Good win for Cov against Luton. Wimbledon have gone through on penalties, which is a bit too far. I'd love to do Wimbledon.
I'd love to do that, but I couldn't be bothered doing that midweek.
I won't do it. I don't. Time off work.
It comes into annual leave. So I don't like wasting my annual leave.
Yeah. Grimsby Town have gone through, Lincoln's gone through, Wycombe's knocked Leyton Orient out. The Battle of the North and South. Southampton have beaten Northampton.
South won that one.
Oxford's gone through, Plymouth are through, Reading have gone through. I mean, you end up getting Plymouth away from home. Anyone that goes to that midweek is...
No, that's hardcore.
They deserve, you know, when they get a priority away.
Yeah, they get my priority.
They deserve that priority, don't they? If someone does that midweek, that is dedication of the highest order. Reading gone through. Rotherham's knocked Salford out. Stoke City have gone through on penalties against Walsall. Norwich have knocked out Watford. Derby have knocked West Brom out. Wigan would be an interesting one. I'd like to do Wigan again.
Yes, I'd like to do that. That'd be good.
This one's real drama. Hull were on the verge of knocking Wrexham out. 3-1 into the last couple of minutes, into added time, and Ollie Palmer's scored in the 91st and 92nd minute to send it to penalties, and Wrexham's won. And what's funny about this is...
had a taste of Southampton there, no too late goals.
Oh, yeah. And then what's funny about this is I enjoyed the clips of all the Wrexham fans that had left the stadium all rushing to try and get back in. Never leave early. Never leave early. Tut tut. Accrington knocked out Oldham. Bromley knocked Ipswich out in probably the result of the round so far. There are some games taking place today. Barnsley, Fleetwood, Bolton, Sheffield Wednesday, Cheltenham, Exeter, Huddersfield, Leicester City, and Birmingham City taking on Sheffield United. Yeah. So, Preston North End, I believe, are ball number 13. Lucky for some. Aaron likes number 13. His number. Obviously, you've got some Premier League teams coming into it as well. Any team, I think, not in Europe are going to be competing. So, opens up Everton. For example, could be a team that you could draw. You could end up getting maybe a team like a Wolves, or maybe a trip to Old Trafford. We'll see. So I presume Manchester United is the team that you'd like to face in the second round.
Yeah, but
either home or away.
Jay? Are you interested in such a lesser team as Man United?
I was thinking more about the grounds falling apart. I don't want to get covered in water by the constant leaks. I heard they had a rat infestation in the cafeteria there as well. It's falling apart. It's a bit of a mess. I'd quite like the brand new stadium, Everton away. Give me that instead. That'd be tasty.
United, isn't it? It's like the team's falling apart. The stadiums are falling apart.
Aye.
I think they should come down to a championship.
Well, we finished 15th. You never know.
They did.
You never know. Right, just very quickly going to browse upon the other results that have happened over the weekend in the English Football League. We'll start in League 2. So already had their opening round of fixtures last weekend. I'll quickly run through this. So Newport 1-1 against Notts County, Walsall 2-1 winners against Swindon, Shrewsbury 0-0 against Bromley, Crewe beaten Salford 3-1, MK Dons 0-0 against Oldham. That's a good point on the road, that, for Oldham. 3-0 Grimsby against Crawley, Colchester 1-1 against Tranmere, Chesterfield 1-0 winners against Barrow. Good win that for Chesterfield. Cambridge 1-0 winners against Cheltenham. Harrogate 1-0 away winners against Bristol Rovers.
That's a good win.
Fleetwood picked up good 3 points on the road against newly promoted Barnet 2-0, and Accrington Stanley 1-1 at home against Gillingham. And then, of course, we've got Notts County lost 2-1 at home against Salford. Tranmere has beaten Shrewsbury 4-0 last weekend. MK Dons beat Barrow 2-0 on the road. Bromley 2-0 winners against Barnet. A bit of an adjusting period at the moment for Barnet. Real good win on the road, that for Chesterfield against Cheltenham. 2-1 winners for Newport away at Crawley. 2-0 Crewe against Aki. 2-1 winners for Fleetwood against Bristol Rovers. Gillingham 1-0 against Walsall. Harrogate 3-3 against Grimsby. Oldham 1-1 draw against Colchester in their first home game of the season, and Swindon 3-2 winners in a real good game against Cambridge United. That does mean, in terms of the league table in League 2, we're looking at 3 teams on 100% records: Crewe, Fleetwood and Chesterfield. Tranmere having a good season so far, 4 points from 2. Looking down at the bottom, as I said, a bit of an adjusting period here for Barnet. Bonus for them.
To the Football League.
You've got Bristol Rovers, Barrow, Cheltenham, Crawley and Barnet all on 0 points, who will be looking to get their seasons off the marks, of course, ahead of this weekend's fixtures, maybe later. So looking at the fixtures here, what do you reckon fixture of the week is there in League 2, Aaron? I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, there's nothing that standout, is there?
It's a tough one.
Got a localish game here, Salford against Aki. Crewe Crawley could be a pretty decent game. I'm intrigued by...
I'm interested in the Oldham Swindon one.
Oldham Swindon, fair enough. I'm quite interested in this Barrow Notts County game. I'm intrigued. Barrow's piqued my interest from your game midweek, and now I'm thinking I'll keep an eye on how Barrow do, because I had a little bit of the same as well last season. You took on Harrogate, didn't you?
We did, yes.
I kept an eye on some of their results, so yeah. That's an interesting one. Just heading to League 2, so quickly get
League 1.
That one. Sorry, thank you for correcting me there, Aaron. Just having a look at League 1. And their season started last weekend as well. Luton beat Wimbledon at home. Cardiff beat Peterborough. What's your thoughts on that, Aaron? Blackpool 2, Stevenage 3.
I think it's the perfect start. Blackpool getting battered everywhere they go.
That's a good win, that, for Stevenage.
It is. It's the first ever win at Bloomfield Road. Didn't you know?
Is it?
It is, yeah.
I didn't know that. Learning, I like it. Bradford, 2-1 winners. That's a good win for Bradford against a good team like Wycombe.
Yeah.
Good win for Burton as well against Mansfield. Doncaster beating Exeter 1-0.
Good win for Donny.
Hudders beating Leyton Orient.
That's an excellent result.
Are they dark horses? I wouldn't surprise me at all if they were to get automatics. I don't think.
Well, I did back Huddersfield, so
you did.
Don't let me down.
Made some good additions. You got former Preston lad Ryan Ledson. Is there another Preston lad there as well?
What more?
Of course, yeah, centre back. What more? Yeah, a couple of Preston lads there. Good quality signings. Them. Lincoln 2-0 winners against Reading. Barnsley 3-1 away winners against Plymouth. That's a good result. That for Barnsley. Rotherham 2-1 winners against Port Vale. Wigan 3-1 winners against Northampton as well. It's a good win for Wigan. Stockport 2-0 winners against Bolton. It's a good win that for Stockport. Port Vale 0-0 against Cardiff on Tuesday night. And then last weekend you had Luton 2-0 winners against Peterborough. Huddersfield continuing their good form. It's a cracking away win that on the road. Reading, yeah. Not easy at all. Real good win that for Hudders. 2-0 Wimbledon win against Lincoln. It's a good win. 3-2 winners for Barnsley. Bolton picking up a good 3 points and needed 3 points against Plymouth. Blackpool, what's your thoughts on that, Aaron?
That's why I referenced Blackpool get battered everywhere we go. That is an absolutely awful result. 4-1 Exeter, not just to lose, but get battered as well. So they've got it all to do after a very disastrous start to the league campaign for Blackpool.
Very true.
I love it as a North Ender.
Oh man, Right, Leyton Orient 2-0 winners against Wigan. Doncaster, good win for them on the road. Mansfield, gosh, bit of a sticky start for them in League One so far. Northampton 0-0 against Bradford. Stevenage 1-0 winners against Rotherham, and Stockport County beating Wickham. Away from home, another real good 3 points.
Excellent start for Stockport.
For Dave Challoner's men. Before we have a quick look at the league table, just looking at the fixtures this weekend in League One, I believe they've got some midweek games taking place as well next Tuesday night. And just have a look, any standouts there? I mean, that Barnsley-Bolton game looks like a big one.
To me, that's...
Oh,
I would say Blackpool-Huddersfield, because I do expect Blackpool to challenge, but they've got a bad start.
Wow, there's some games here, isn't there?
Some really good games.
Bradford-Luton's a good one. Cardiff-Rotherham should be a good one. This could be a real interesting one. There's some real good games here in League One this weekend. Keep an eye on them. Look at the league table. Huddersfield flying.
Wow, you got 6 teams and 100% start so far.
Wow. Okay.
Wouldn't expect to see Donny or Stevenage that far up, would you?
No, you wouldn't. I think Wigan, Bolton, we'll be looking to try and improve on that. I mean, it's a bit of a tough start.
It's a difficult League One. Some really big teams in that division now. I mean, it's difficult to get out of.
I'm looking at the bottom 5. I mean, you just wouldn't expect Wickham, Peterborough, Blackpool, Plymouth and Reading to be the bottom 5. Sticky starts for them. Mansfield on 0 points. So they're all going to be looking to try and get their campaigns underway properly this weekend, I imagine. Interesting. Real interesting. Right. That's pretty much the football all sorted. I've got Premier League in the notes, but I can't speak about the Premier League because there's not been no games. Yeah. Crystal Palace won the Community Shield against Liverpool. That was interesting. Just having a look at what else we've got to talk about. We'll have a look at our last video because there's some comments that we got in our video that I'd like to address. And I also think it's very important when you're creating content that obviously it's you guys that support the channel, that help grow the channel. So I also think it's important to interact with the people that are watching, including if there's constructive feedback. I always like constructive feedback.
I do. But
also having a look at, I mean, we'll nearly hit 50 likes. If you've not checked it out, go and check it out. Let's see if we can hit 50 likes. That'd be good. But this is our championship predictions. So firstly, ranted about Wrexham. Take a bow, son. I like this comment. I replied to this comment. Gained a sub as well. So, Michael, thank you very much for that, Michael. Colin disagreed with us. Reckons Hull might be a little higher. Again, common theme here. Hull from Nathaniel. Doesn't reckon they're going to be in the bottom 3. Damn right. Doesn't reckon that they will be there. William, always commenting on our stuff, watching our stuff. Shout out William, tuning in as well. Thank you for helping to support this comment here, Aaron. What's your thoughts? Says I've got more ball knowledge than you. What are you thinking about that?
I'm insulted.
Why? What do you reckon? I like this comment. It's my favourite comment. What did I put? I sure do. Oh man, and then Jack weren't happy that I'd predicted Lincoln to be relegated, Derby in 21st, but we'll see. People laughed at me for my National League predictions last year. They called me clueless. I don't have any idea what I'm going on about. Yeah, I got what was it? Was it 4 correct out of the 24 in, for me, one of the most difficult leagues to predict, so I don't think we did that bad. I rage baited Paul. I enjoy that. Shout out Paul. Jeff says I want to let Aaron speak, so I'm going to let you have the room here for the rest of the comments. Aaron, what do you think of Carl's comment here? We'll let Aaron speak. I can't hear you, Aaron. I can't hear you, Aaron. He's gone selective mute. So his microphone is no longer working. He's going to try plugging it in. Is he back? Says something about your mic isn't connected. Unmute the mic.
Hello?
Yes!
We're back.
He's back. There we go. I wasn't speaking over Aaron this time.
He did it. He muted me. He silenced me. Rescue me, please.
Oh man. Anyway,
it's going to hear them. But what I'm saying with Birmingham is, I want to know where this arrogance comes from. Got a lot of investment behind it. I think they're a very good team. I think they can challenge for the top 6 and get playoffs. Okay. But for the top 3, for the top 2, I'm not convinced yet. But we'll wait and see.
Fair enough. What about this comment from David?
West Brom too low? I don't think we do have them too low. I think they'd be similar to last season. I've not seen anything from West Brom that says this season will be any different to last season. I think they'll be around the playoffs, but I'm not convinced they will make the playoffs. I think it'll be an 8th to 10th place finish for West Brom. But we'll wait and see.
I enjoyed this one towards you having Leicester as champions, because I feel like John answered his question himself with one word, and his key word right there.
If they get a points deduction, if that's the key.
We don't know for a fact that they're getting that points deduction. If you know for a fact that they're getting a 9-point deduction, you're not going to sit there and say, I think they're going to finish a whopping 9 points more than everybody else. It's not going to happen.
I mean, he's that confident, Jay. He's even got £100 bet again with me to say we'll not get top 2, not champions, top 2.
It says that Leicester will not get automatic promotion. They'll have a £100 bet. Do you know what? They don't get that points deduction. I'd be prepared to take that £100 bet. I mean, that's an easy £100.
I would. I'd be confident to take on as well.
Yeah, I'd say I think that's an easy £100. John, if he's watching, wants to comment on it, I think we can solidify that bet. What do you reckon? I'd go as far to say no points deduction as the pending clause there. I'd take that bet on. What do you reckon?
Take it on, yeah. I think they'll get top 2.
Yeah.
I think last week are coming down than last time they came down 2 seasons ago, but still think they've got enough about them to get top 2.
I'm gonna address this one myself in a second. What do you reckon here to GB? Just reckons Derby's not finishing that low in the leagues. Calling them clueless. We'll come back to this at the end of the season. We'll come back to it. Same with Vivian as well. Reckons Hull will be down at the low end. We'll see. We'll come back to it at the end of the season.
We'll be down at the low end. Okay.
Yeah, I wanna speak about this because I'm not saying it bothered me, but I feel like my point wasn't made. And it can be sometimes quite difficult to make your point in comments. Is this the Preston and Wrexham show? Well, we do majority cover Preston North End content on here, so and he's got a problem with it's not reflected in the title, so I don't really see what I can put as the title. Our big championship 2025-2026 predictions coming from a Preston fan doesn't quite have a good ring to it. It's just a title of this is our big championship predictions, where we speak for 47 minutes in detail about our thoughts for the upcoming season, hence the word big is in there. So I was just intrigued about who do they support. Not meaning it's for me to come across as being a knob. I'm putting it across as like I'm intrigued to know who they support, because obviously they say they want to swerve the content in the future. We don't sit here and do predictions as our only content. We do vlogs, so I'm asking who they support, because if they had told me that they support a team that we're planning on visiting in the next season, I'd say rather than sit there commenting and judging us on the video, wait until we actually come round to your stadium and we'll cover the team for you and then judge our content based on that. And then they continued to just waffle shite about the title of it being facts and stuff, and as you can tell, JSGC then got rage baited there, given a full fucking explanation. So
that's where you go wrong, Jay. It's got a paragraph. It didn't need a paragraph.
It didn't need a paragraph. No, it needed explaining. I do notice right here that it's a back and forth. and no response. I wasted my time. I'm 10 years deep near enough into YouTube. I know better than to be baited into such things. But yeah, I was trying my best to explain and cover things, and then just like they're just insistent on title is the big championship prediction. Well, I'm being unprofessional now, so I'm gonna leave that one there. Moving on. I've had my rant about things. Final thing, I'm running a fantasy football. I don't know if it's anybody's thing or not. People have been asking, is there any prizes? At the moment, I've never ran a fantasy football league before, so I've just called it the JSGC League. So if you want to come and join doing fantasy football, it's covering obviously the Premier League. Use code XXSVL5 and that will join you into the JSGC League. As I said, I've never ran it before. I am pleased to say I've been running it for the last few days that I've promoted on the social media and stuff, and I've had a fair few sign-ups, which is brilliant to see. So if you do want to come and join on the Fantasy Premier League, then do feel free and come and see how you're getting on. We're just playing for fun for this upcoming season. I don't really know how the financial side of things work because I've not done it before, but maybe something in the future might be something that we're looking at. Then we'll see. But yeah, please do come and join us for that. That would be much appreciated. I don't know if you want to sign up, Aaron, on Premier League Fantasy Football, if that's your thing or not. No worries if not. I enjoyed doing it last season.
Not really my type of thing.
Oh, I not normally my thing. I did it last season, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing like the prediction side of things and the fantasy football side. It just helps me to have a bit more interest in football as a whole.
What if it's Championship one?
Well, probably is, but I just do it just to like keep my interest there. It's why I've taken up. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and endorse this, but people do it, and I do it, so I'd be a hypocrite to speak out against it when I do it. But I find that just having a little flutter, a little bet on games gives me a bit more interest in X, Y, and Z football games. And fantasy football obviously is free, helps me to also keep an interest in football games. So I think that's why I just went down that route rather than needing to spend X amounts of money to have a bet, to have an interest. Well, I've got fantasy football that if it got a bit of a challenge taking on your mates and stuff, then I enjoyed it. I'll be honest, I enjoyed doing it. So if you do want to come and join us, I'll leave the link to that in the description. on the final note, it's not really football related, but we like to have a bit of humour, so I just wanted to add a bit of humour in here at the end. I don't know if you've been aware that recently there's a lad from Newcastle that's gone viral. And he's called the Ibiza final boss. And anyway, I did see today, actually, it made me laugh. He'd recently met up with Bonnie Blue, of all people.
Of course he did.
Oh man, and that's gone viral, which I fully enjoyed. So off camera, if it's gonna let me, I went and used something. I think it was on ChatGPT. I sent ChatGPT a picture of me and you, and I said to them, can you turn these two fine young content creating gentlemen into the Ibiza final boss? So I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Who do you reckon's pulling it off better?
What, no surprise I didn't know you'd done this.
Oh man, I
like how you're taller. Where's this extra height coming from?
I think it's got to be the hair.
With the same height.
It's got to be the hair. But I don't think that's like for you. And you know, put some sunglasses on, put a bit of chuff on Aaron, get a gold chain and a black vest and some tattoos. grow your hair out and just have it shaved with a bit of a fade done. It was like fresh from like a Turkish barber or something, and I don't reckon we'd be too far away. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm 30 years old now. I'm not gonna be able to grow my hair like that anymore. So, I'd probably be more inclined to say I'd probably end up bald. I mean, the hairline up here is not great. I'll be honest. Might be a trip to Turkey soon.
Yeah, I might join you.
Hair transplant. Wayne Rooney's had one. Mohamed Salah's had one. Maybe the JSGC Football boys need the hair transplant as well. Oh man, right. I don't have anything else to talk about. I think that's pretty much covered for this week.
That's
don't you think? Yeah. Right. As I said at the beginning, if it's kind of content that people enjoy, then we'll look to do some more. If people enjoy it, then we'll look to do episode number 2 over the next week or so for you guys to enjoy, where we'll speak more about the talking points from across the footballing world and going into more detail about what's been happening as well in the Championship, in the English Football League through League 1, League 2, and obviously what's happening in the Premier League. So we'd appreciate some feedback in the comments. We'd appreciate people leaving a thumbs up as well to let us know that they are enjoying the content. So I'm not going to set a like goal for that reason. I just want to see, if you did enjoy this kind of thing, then just leave a thumbs up and we can see if you did enjoy it or not. Don't forget, social media links are in the description. Do subscribe as well. And we'll see you at some point in the next week or so, hopefully, if people enjoy it. Might flop. Might get less than 100 views. No likes. Few dislikes. No comments. No interest. To which case, chat shit, get paid. Episode 1, pilot. Over and out.
Don't get paid.
Oh man. Right, anyway, thanks for tuning in, and thank you very much for joining me, Aaron. Much appreciated.
Alright, peace.
Ciao for now.